What's up? My name is Brian White, and today I'm here with.
Tyvon Edmonds.
In the day, we're going in between the white lines. So, first, why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm Tyvon Edmonds Jr. I'm from White Plains, Maryland, and I'm a senior here at Robert Morris University.
All right. Now, before we talk about the present, we have to talk about the past, show how we got here. So, tell me how you first started getting into football.
For me, I have two older big brothers, so they both play football for Westlake Bulldogs. It's like an organization. It's like a powerhouse where I'm from,
Yeah.
and it's like where all the best kids play. So I've been blessed to have good coaches that made me fall in love with the game. Because you know how it is nowadays. Coaches
Yeah,
can make you fall out in love with the game.
definitely.
So I had two coaches, Coach Buck and Coach Trey. Those was my coaches coming up. And they really just made me fall in love with the game. Like they taught me how to play the game at a young age at a high level. So I just stuck with it and it brought me to where I am now.
So your coach is the one who really made you like.
Yeah, for real, for
Bro.
real. Cause like my brothers, like we're so far apart. Like we're 10
Mm-hmm.
years apart. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like I seen them play football, but like we had like a tight group when I
Yeah,
was playing. So it's like if you having fun playing with the same kids, it's like you're gonna want to keep doing it for the rest of your life. So I feel like
definitely,
that's what made me fall in love with the sport for real, for real.
definitely. So, how you? Because I know you say you from Westlake. How
Yeah.
you end up going from Westlake all the way to Bishop McNamara?
So I played with Westlake when I was I think up to like 12.
Mm.
And then Westlake they had went to Southern Maryland Heat. I don't know if you probably know
Yeah, I
Southern
know.
Maryland Heat.
Yeah, I know Maryland.
And then Southern Maryland Heat started practicing at St. John's. So I used to be up at St. John's all the time and I started getting familiar with the WCAC program.
Yeah.
Like my big brothers, they didn't go to WCA schools. They went to like Charles County Public Schools.
Yeah.
So that's like Waldorf area.
Mm.
So I didn't want to go there because I knew I wanted like bigger from the sport.
I feel you.
So I went to Bishop McNamara. That was the only school that really gave me a chance for real. And they wanted me to play linebacker, but I'm like, bro, you see how small I am. I'm not playing linebacker, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
So
You
I,
def you
so I,
definitely chose good
yeah,
going to WCAC.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I really wanted to go to Gonzaga. That was my first choice, but
Yeah.
for some reason they only took two kids from my school. Like, I went to a private school in eighth
Mm.
grade, so I can get a chance to go to WCA school.
Yeah.
It only took two kids, so I didn't get into Gonzaga. So Bishop McNamara was basically my only choice, and like I had a great time there, but like I feel like if I went to a different high school, I probably would have got better.
Bro,
Yeah,
I feel it. I feel it. Yeah, I know Gonzaga definitely
yeah,
hard
facts.
to. A lot of people it's hard to get into, but yeah,
Yeah.
McNamara not bad.
Nah, they're
All
they're a
honesty.
good school. I just feel like for football, like it's just more opportunities out there if I went to a
Yeah.
bigger school. Like, don't get me wrong, I had the time of my life. That was the best school I ever went to. Like, McNamara was fun. I had gained so many friends,
Yeah.
relationship, girlfriend. So it's
Mm.
like it was really one of the best times of my life. But sports wise, I feel like because my cousin he had coached at St. Francis Academy,
Bro.
and if I went to St. Francis, I probably would have had to sit behind Blake, Corm, and then
Yeah.
all those
Cause
high level running back.
that's when they was like
Yeah,
stacked too.
and I didn't want to sit because like I was all conference. Like, why am I going to a school to sit and reclass? Like,
Definitely.
but I feel like if I actually thought it through, like I should have really went there, and then I would have been at a bigger school. But
Yeah.
you know how I go.
I feel you. I feel you. So how do you say like how did McNamara help you how did it help you like get better in the long term? Just going to
First
McNamara.
of all, the academics was crazy. The academics was crazy. So that helped me when I came to college. Like my cum right now is like a 3.2, and that's good for a
Yeah,
health science major
definitely.
playing football, Division I
Definitely.
football. So I feel like it prepared me for that. And then my coach, Coach Malloy, he came from ODU, so he
Yeah.
ran his program strictly like a Division I program. So
Yeah.
like two a days, we was been having two a days. We was
Mm.
been doing all types of crazy stuff like mat drills. We've been doing all that crazy stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like all that prepared me, and then even meeting time, like he made us meet, bring a note, just little things like bring a notebook, write down stuff, and just pay attention and watch film. So I feel
Yeah.
like I was definitely prepared when I came to college. Like nothing surprised me.
I feel you. I feel you. So let's talk about your recruiting because you didn't start off at Robert Morris.
Nah.
What made what how did it work out that it made that you end up going to Merrimack?
For me, I was originally about to commit to Georgetown,
Real.
but I don't know. Something just told me like, don't stay home. Just go branch out somewhere.
I feel you.
So I went to Massachusetts to Merrimack, and
Mm,
Coach Kern, like that's the best college coach I ever had. Like he just kept everything a stack with me. Like he just
yeah,
kept everything real, and that's hard to come by in like the
definitely,
college lifestyle.
definitely.
So I just felt like it was cool to put my life in his hands, and like he did everything he said he was going to do. Like he told me I was going to have to come in and work as a freshman, and that's when I did earn our spot. Didn't redshirt, which I kind of regret because I
Mm,
wanted an extra year. Because I mean, I played as a freshman, but like me getting that fifth year, like I probably would have did something crazy this fifth
yeah,
year. But I mean, everything happens for a reason. So yeah, then I committed to Merrimack, and then I was just on from there, and then I became what I became.
I feel you. I feel you. So let's talk about your final year, of Merrimack,
Yeah.
last year. Well, the year before last,
Mhm.
you rushed for 1,200 yards,
Mhm.
all NEC first team. Like,
Yeah.
how does your 2 years prior to that? How did that help you? You feel like in that season?
Um. See, for me, I was always like at the bottom of the chamber, so I had to
Mm,
compete every single day. And like I had this other running back with me, Vic Dawson. He played with me, and he came in with me as a freshman. And like we used to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then he had transferred before me, and he had went to Cincinnati, and he had turned up that sophomore year.
yeah,
I think my sophomore year I had like 600 yards, 700 all purpose, and I was a sophomore, but like he had like almost 1,000, so I was behind him, and like we was just going at it, and like we just competing with each other. Then when I got my time to shine, like I just never looked back, like,
see,
and I just told them like, if you trust me, like trust me, don't sugarcoat it, don't half do it, like put the ball in my hands, and I'm gonna show you what I do, and that's literally what I did.
I feel you. I feel you. So, what ended up making you go to Robert Morris?
Coach Rome, that's literally it. Coach Rome, the only reason I came here.
Yeah,
Because Coach Rome, he recruited me in high school
really?
when he was at Morgan State.
Mm,
Him and Firm, honestly, and they didn't offer me in high school, but he wanted to offer me, but they didn't offer me because of the head coach. He didn't want to offer me.
I feel you.
So when I came in the portal, I was trying to commit to UNLV, but a whole bunch of stuff happened. Then Kent State wanted me too, but they wanted me for the next semester, so I couldn't go there.
Mm,
And then some stuff happened with UTEP, so I went. Robert Morris was my last option. Like if I told myself if I hit the portal, I wanted to go up higher so I can showcase to the scouts like what I can do at a high
yeah.
level. But I mean, obviously, nothing goes your way in life. Like that's
Mm-mm.
just life. So I went
Everything
to
happens for a reason.
facts. So I went to Robert Morris, and then Rome was the best decision. Like he's the best running back coach I ever had in my life.
Mm,
Like he really installed like a pro mindset because he's did it before, and it's nothing having a coach who did what you want to do in life. So it's like you
definitely,
have no reason not to listen to him. So
definitely.
I feel like with him coming here, like it was a good decision, honestly.
Yeah, I love Coach Rome energy too. Like
Yeah,
first
yeah,
time I met him, he was like, "Oh, you from DMV?" I
yeah,
said, "Yeah." He said, "I recruit that area." I said,
yeah.
"Oh
Like
yeah,
now he's
yeah."
really one of the best coaches I ever had. Like he
Definitely.
really loves the sport and he loves what he do. So like it's hard to come by that because everybody just wanted the money. Like of course he probably wanted the money too, but like
Yeah.
he still loves his job.
Mm,
Like and he will show that he loves his job.
I feel you. I feel you. So let's go a little bit detailed into your last season.
Hmm.
So first game of the year, you had Utah State
Yeah,
halftime. Y'all 14-10. Rob just had that crazy interception. Like I know y'all at that point, momentum
yeah.
had to be high. Like in the locker room, what is like going through y'all head?
For real, like we was. I've literally been in situations like I played a Power Five. I mean,
Mm,
I'm not even gonna say Power Five, but the FBS team. I was at Merrimack, and we
yeah.
almost beat UMass. Like I think we only lost by like 7 or something like
Mm,
that. So I've been in this predicament like before, and the main thing with like a FBS team and an FCS team, they have depth, so you
yeah.
can't play around like that. Like even though you're fighting for these first 2 quarters, they can fight for like 6 more because they got
Because they got
depth.
so many
Yeah, they
rotations.
got
Yeah.
rotation. So I just wanted everybody to like lock in because it's like even though we here right now, they can keep going. Like we're gonna get tired at some point because we
Yeah.
don't have enough depth. And that's just what happened for real. And I wish we just kept it going. Like we was just too excited.
I
Like
feel
we
you.
act like we ain't never been there before.
I feel you. I mean, it's like it's hard. It's hard not. I
Nah,
feel like it would be
facts.
hard not to feel that way
Yeah,
because it's like, especially where Robert Morris come from.
yeah,
Like 2 years ago, I don't even want to say 2 years ago. Well, it was like 2 years ago they went 0-10.
yeah,
So it's like most of the people, a lot of people are transfers. So it's like it's hard. I get what you're saying, but I understand how it could be hard, like
yeah.
not to
Nah,
get honest.
facts.
So like you said, unfortunately, y'all did lose the game.
Hmm.
Then y'all coming in next week against a lesser team, I'll say.
Yeah.
Like what was like that whole process going into?
I mean, obviously, you just go into the next week, just erase what happened last week, and just go tackle the new week. And whatever happens, happens. Like it's a
Mm,
team sport, so it's not ever on one individual. So whoever needs to show up, they need to show up. Whoever's 11 on there needs to show up for the next week, so you can keep getting wins. Like that's what it's all about. Win.
I feel you. I feel you. So then after that game, y'all do lose that game, which I know you were probably pissed about because especially how close it was
Yeah, no,
in the situation I got put in.
yeah,
All right, so then we go into Mercyhurst. You had your best game
yeah.
of the season. Like, was you want to get back for those two losses because you knew how close you was, or like?
I mean, honestly, that's just what happens when the ball, like no cocky stuff. Like that's literally what happens when the ball is in my hand. Like
I
I
feel
will
you.
always produce when the ball is in my hand.
I
Like
feel you.
I felt like that was the first game. Like I had over 15 carries. Like I had receptions. I had all types of stuff. Like I almost had like 200 all purpose. I think one catch got called back for like 50 yards. But I feel like I'm a playmaker. Like I'm gonna make plays. Like I feel like when I have the ball in my hands, that's the outcome that's gonna happen every single time.
Mm,
So I feel like Coach Firm, he gave me that opportunity to just go showcase, and he let me loose. Like
yeah,
I wasn't in no cage. Like he let me loose because we was up. We was getting crazy stops. We was just throwing them deep. Like we was doing whatever we wanted. So I
I
feel
feel
like
you.
when I'm loose, like I'm at my best.
I feel you. So then let's skip ahead a little bit. Y'all at this point y'all undefeated.
Yeah,
Then y'all going into Duquesne, just like it's rivalry
yeah,
because of how close y'all are. So how did that feel? Like you knew, basically you knew if you beat Duquesne,
yeah,
you was going to win the NEC. So
yeah.
how did that?
That sucked for me because like obviously I got hurt. I had tore
Yeah,
muscle in my stomach, so I
mm,
couldn't play. But I was watching him. And it's just like, because I was going to come back and play for the playoffs and
yeah,
like try to take us as far as we can. And it was just crazy because like just seeing your team out there and you can't help them, like
I
that's probably
definitely
one of the worst feelings. And like
definitely
that was probably
understand.
the worst game we had as a team
Mm,
total when it mattered the most. So it's like you put in all this work, you practice hard every week. You know how hard we practice. So like
definitely,
it's like
I
it's like
knew.
a shot in the back.
Yeah, like all that week,
Yeah,
literally since spring,
yeah,
the main thing everybody was talking about was like no other game mattered except that Duquesne.
nah,
Like
facts.
that was the biggest one.
And I feel like sometimes that can hurt you because it just got you
Definitely.
thinking too much. Like it's just supposed to be another game. Like
Yeah.
it's just a Saturday. Like this is what we do. So it's
Mm,
not like you should be like, oh man, this game is this important. Like nah, like it's just a regular game.
yeah. And then you go into the next week. It was against Central
Yeah,
Connecticut,
Central
Central
Connecticut.
Connecticut, and then it's like I'm not a big person on ifs
Yeah.
because it's like if we keep using ifs, then it's like anything can happen really. But y'all do lose that game in a
Mm-hmm.
close one, and then it ended up turning out if y'all did win that game,
You would have won the
y'all would have went
championship.
to the playoffs. So it's like
Yeah.
I can't imagine like how did that feel like
That was
after it
actually
all
crazy.
ended?
'Cause that
How
was
did
one
that
of the
feel?
craziest losses I ever seen in my life.
Mm,
Like I think that game went to like 3 overtimes. Like
yeah,
and that stuff like you see at SEC schools like on TV. And it was like bounced off the dude
and
head
then
for
he caught
game,
off
bro, and he
the
caught it. Like that was crazy. But like everything happens for a reason. Like we shouldn't
yeah.
even be in that predicament. Like we
Mm,
was unstoppable. Like we won every game till we played Duquesne. Like we shouldn't have lost not a single game.
mm,
So it's like everything happens for a reason. Like we deserve to be in that predicament because like we didn't show up when it matters most.
I feel you. All right, so end of the season comes, feeling how you feeling about the season,
Hmm.
but then you opt to declare for the draft. Like, what was your thought process in saying, okay, I'm ready to go to next level?
I mean, it's crazy because my junior year, I really wanted to declare. I didn't even want to hit the portal. Like
Mm,
I never knew like if you went to a small school, like it's not smart for you to hit the portal. I mean, not.
yeah,
I mean, for you to hit the draft because it's like you won't get picked up as like a SEC person. They'll hit the
mm.
draft. So
Especially if it's like they don't need like they'll. I'll say that a lot of times, like scouts, they'll put someone who's who may not even play
Yeah,
for real
yeah,
over someone who's a smaller school guy who
yeah,
has the production.
yeah. So it's like I've been wanting to hit the draft because like I know what I'm capable of. Like I know what I can do at the next level. But like I waited till this year and I hit it. Like it's time. Like this is what I've been doing. I've been producing at every single level I ever played at. So it's like why not chase my dream? Like this is what I always prayed for. And I got like a little brother. So it's like me achieving my goals is only gonna make him push harder too. Cause he see like the dude who sleep at the next room beside him is doing what he wanna do in life. So it's like it's time, bro.
I feel you. I feel you. So, how has that training been preparing for the draft? Like, how was that?
I mean, honestly, I have a good coach, Coach Rome. So he's like, he mentally prepared me before it even happened. Like he told me like what I need to do. Like so, I got a head start before I even went to the training. Like I've been training hard before I even got to the training. I've been meal prepping before I even got to the training. So it's like when I got there, the only thing was crazy that we wake up every morning at 6 o'clock. But we do that now. But it's like
Yeah.
you don't wake up every morning at 6 o'clock and then train for 4 hours straight. Like
Mm-mm.
that's what we do now. So it's like that was really the hardest part. But like the more I've been doing it, the more you get used to it, and it's like I created a bond with like the 15 people I'm there with right now, and it's only been 3 weeks, so it's like we created a brotherhood within the time we've been there. So it's like it just feels like as one, like we all chasing the same goal.
Yeah, I see. What would you tell someone who wants to draft you if they're looking at you? What would you tell that person they get?
For me, I feel like you're getting a playmaker. You're getting somebody with great character who's never going to be in trouble, who's always going to have a smile on his face, who's always going to uplift people and bring up everybody around them, who's going to be that little brother to everybody because everybody call me their little brother. Like they just like I'm just that type of person.
I
Like
feel
I
you.
just attract people, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to win. That's literally what I'm going to do.
All right, I feel you. This has been Tyvon Evans. We just went in between the white lines.